Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Looks by Lex. So today I'm going to be showing you how I got this look right here. It's kind of a blue cut crease, smoky eye kind of thing going on. I use the Jaclyn Hill palette, so if you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I've been dying to get my hands on this palette. It originally came out June 21st or 24th, whatever, but when I went to order it, it sold out in the first hour, so I barely got my hands on it, and I'm so excited to use it. It's my first time using it, so here we go. So the first shade I'm going to be going in with is Jada. I'm going to be using this in my crease. So I'm just going to be going in here. These are super pigmented. I really only dipped my brush in one time. I'm just gonna kind of drag this across and blend it out. I have hooded eyelids, so I have to make my own crease. So I'm gonna go a little bit above where I usually do it. You can see. Just kind of doing a little flickery motion at the end to kind of get that wing effect. It looks really blue and weird right now, but it'll look better. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same to the other eye. Now that I went ahead and blended that out a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. I'm gonna use my Tare Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm gonna use my e.l.f. 203 brush from the Precise collection. It's actually a really good brush. If you can see, it's like a small tip and a little angle. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm just gonna take this. I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. For me, since I have hooded lids, I know it looks a little messy right now, but once I cut the crease, it'll look a lot more sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit and then go ahead and spread it out. And what you're going to do is you're going to go above your crease line. So that way when you open your eyes, you can still see it. So then you do the little flick. And then what you're going to do is just keep going up. And up. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there with this little shimmer shade right here called Beam. And I'm just going to grab a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my lids. Instead of swiping, I'm just going to do a patting motion. And this is really just to set the concealer. That way it doesn't move around, and it just kind of stays in place. Now I'm going to go back in with that shade Jada that I used for my crease. And I'm just going to go ahead and go a little bit over where I made my cut for my crease and just define that a little bit, just barely. I'm not trying to smudge it or make it too dark, just so it's more defined. Next, I'm going to go in with this pretty shimmer shade called Pool Party. It's one of my favorites from the palette, and I'm going to be using a Urban Decay flat shadow brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and pat that, not on the outer V, but kind of the middle of my lid. As you can see, I have Pool Party right here on my brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a patting motion. Just patting that on there, not swiping it. Just like a little dab. The next shade I'm going to be using is the shade Twerk, and it's just like a royal blue, kind of really pretty color. Twerk, you know me, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm just kidding. But so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the same flat brush. Just pick it up a little bit. I'm barely swiping it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same little patting motion. But I'm going to go ahead and start by the little end part of my crease dab that in there. Now I'm gonna go back in with the shade Jada and just kind of go over, twerk, and make sure it's nice and even and transitions very well. That way there's not any just harsh lines separating the colors. That way everything just blends seamlessly and nothing looks weird or out of place. I really wanted something more dramatic for the inner corner, so I'm going to be using the MAC pigment powder. This is going to be in the shade Warm Snow. I actually got this. It came in a 3-pack. I got it from my friend Priscilla. Shout out to Priscilla. Love you, girl. I'm just going to go ahead and take a tiny bit on my same flat brush. Just put you only need a little bit of this pigment. It's very, very pigmented, like the name. I mean, you get what you pay for. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this right on my inner corner, just a little dab of it, and then just distribute it out, not wasting any product. You can already see how pigmented it is. I mean, it's so pigmented. Wow, look at that color. Just adding a little to my inner corners, the excess. I'm gonna go back in with Jada. This time I'm using my Morphe brush. It's actually a Morphe, not sure. I must have scrubbed off like the words or something. So I'm just gonna go in with Jada, and once again, just kind of pat it on there, even it out, so there's no harsh lines. So I just went ahead and took a little of the shadow beam, and I'm just putting it on my upper brow bone, kind of to highlight it a little bit, and also to dissolve some of the shade Jada. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Urban Decay Naked 3 brush for the flat side. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Jada, the one I used for my crease, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my bottom lash line. Just right underneath. Just like that. Next, I'm going to be going in with Pool Party, the second shade in the middle, and I'm just going to put that right underneath where it is. Then I'll do the same with Twerk on the outer edge. Just a little bit in the corners. Fill in that lower lash line. So now I'm going to go straight into my face. I'm going to be using my primer. I know it's a little weird to use like a shave balm. It's a Nivea Shave for Men. It's really good primer. I've seen a lot of YouTubers like MUAs use this. I just started using it and I love it. I love the way it keeps my makeup on for hours, shit, even until like the next day. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a tiny bit of this. All over my face. Now for my face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow. It's the lightest shade available since I am a white ass. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to distribute all over my face. I only use a tiny bit. This is my favorite foundation I found that works very well for my face. As you can see, I have a lot of redness in my face, so this foundation works really well for me for canceling out all that redness. Wait. Now I'm gonna go back in with my Shape Tape and put this just under my eyes and just in my little T-zone area above my forehead, my nose, and my chin. I don't really do any like cool patterns or nothing like that, you know. So I'm just gonna blend this in where I want it to be lighter. You don't use your beauty blender no more? Oh, Romy bit that shit. Next, I'm gonna use my Profusion Contour Kit. As you can see, I got this at Ross. I don't always go for the most expensive products, but you know, whatever works for me, I like to use. As you can see, I've been using it a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight into this. So I'm gonna use this little brush right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the lightest shade. It's kind of a cool tone. Cool tones generally work better for my face, not so much warm tones. They bring out that redness that I generally try and cover up to begin with. So what I'm gonna do is just do like a little swiping motion to highlight my underneath my cheekbones. Now I'm going in with a darker shade for my higher cheekbone. And just blending that out. I just took a little bit of my Ben Nye banana powder and I just put this on my beauty blender. So I'm just gonna go right underneath where I just contoured to just kind of define that a tiny bit. Now I'm gonna go back in with the brown powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my jawline. Just erase this double chin. Just contour, contour, contour. Next, I'm gonna go in with my handy dandy fan brush and my highlighter. I just want to take a second to talk about this highlighter because anytime I've ever done my makeup, everybody always asks about my highlighter. And they ask, is it Becca? Is it like expensive? And it's crazy because I literally only paid $20 for it. Like, it's so cheap. And if you look, like, this highlight is so blinding. I literally only use what's on the top of the lid because there's so much in here and it's just such a powerful highlight. So I'm only gonna put a little dab of it on my brush and just one swipe. Wow, look at that highlight. Yes. Wow. Okay, so off camera I went ahead and did a little eyeliner, lashes, and a little bottom mascara. Now I'm gonna go in and use my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Just gonna go ahead and get this little spray. For lipstick, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this 655 Daring Renewed. It's just a regular CoverGirl lipstick. I'm just gonna use a light color since I did such a dramatic eye look. usually really overline my lips, but we ain't doing that today. So this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching my little tutorial. Please subscribe and like this video. Share it to all your friends. Looks by Lex.